The neon glow of the Vega Strip flickered across the velvet stage. But tonight the only star was death. A showgirl frozen in her final pose lay center stage at the Aladdin's Magic Review. On a nearby prop, a gaudy, oversized playing card with a twisted Joker's grin, JL's signature. Kneeling beside the victim, private investigator Dan Tana noticed it. A strange, almost shimmering pink powder clinging to the sequins on her dancing shoes. It had a faint, sickly sweet smell that seemed to prickle at the back of his throat. He bagged the sample, the garish lights of the casino floor feeling a million miles away from the cold reality of the scene. As Dan held the evidence bag, the potent artificial scent of the powder triggered something deep in his memory. The world dissolved into a maelstrom of harsh lines and saturated colors, a gritty 1970s comic book bursting to life. He was no longer Dan Tana. He was Sergeant Cap'n Railshy, a rock god hero with a lion's mane of hair and fists that moved like lightning. Villains fell before him in a flurry of expertly executed kung fu strikes. The animated sequence followed Cap'n Railshy as he swaggered toward his signature Bigfoot Ford truck, the epitome of muscle and chrome. But as he reached for the handle, the truck erupted in a blinding atom bomb-like fireball. Through the flames, a new figure emerged, the evil Master Cook, his face a mask of maniacal glee. He cackled, holding up a leaking bag of glowing pink plutonium powder, its overpowering scent now unmistakable. The smell of burnt sugar and chemicals snapped Dan back to the present. He was standing on the stage again, the pink powder in the evidence bag suddenly feeling heavy with meaning. The connection was made, a dark circuit completed in his mind. The scene faded, shifting to the opulent grounds of Caesar's palace. There, amidst the Romanesque statues, General Thomas Young, dressed in casual civilian clothes, was meticulously, almost obsessively, repairing a broken fountain, his focus absolute, his hand steady as a surgeon's. Dan's investigation led him away from the glitz and into the city's forgotten underbelly. He descended into the storm drains beneath the Strip, a labyrinth of darkness and dripping water. This was another world inhabited by the mole people, figures huddled in the shadows, their eyes accustomed to the gloom. He moved silently through their domain, witnessing clandestine deals for strange chemicals passed in unmarked vials, the air thick with the stench of toxins and despair. The narrow tunnels eventually opened into a cavern of impossible scale, lit by flickering, jury-rigged carnival lights. It was a subterranean circus, and at its center, on a makeshift throne, sat JL. Dan confronted him just as a bizarre performance began. In a hidden chamber designed to look like a lost Aztec temple, JL's mother led a troupe of dancers in a surreal flamingo-themed ritual. This was JL's court, a kingdom of the lost and the damned. The mole people had their own histories. Some were the descendants of workers trapped in a tunnel collapse in the 50s, a generation born in darkness. Others were runaways, societal cast-offs who had chosen anonymity over the world above. And then there were the chem-burned, their bodies twisted and disfigured by years of exposure to mushroom-laced moonshine and the illegal chemical dumping that poisoned their home, their very DNA rewritten by the city's toxic secrets.